Good morning, everyone. Kobe, how you doing, my man? Happy 2026, is it? Is it 2026?
Yes, sir.
That's
I think so.
crazy. I love it.
Not even a
Let's
full 48 hours. Not even a full 48 hours in the new year, man.
That's wild. We are deep into it. Yeah, I've just messed around here with the layout a little bit, so let me know how it works here.
All good.
It's new year, new styles. We're trying stuff out here today. So,
Dude, why not? FAFO. FAFO.
Fafo. Okay, I'm calling myself out. What the heck does that mean?
F around and find out.
Ah, okay. I'm
Yes, of
slow.
course, dude.
Let me just take a little bit more coffee, which is now
So does
finished.
so it's changing now, like when one of us is talking, it switches. Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the
All
idea here.
right.
So whether it's gonna actually work
Sick.
and whether it's gonna look good, we'll see. But FAFO, FAFO.
FAFO is right, man.
I know what
FAFO
that
is
means now.
right. Yeah, FAFO. Yeah, just cleaner. You don't have to actually swear.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, I just want to welcome you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being. I think this is a little bit more meaningful today, man, because as the topic of our conversation today is reviewing everything that went down in 2025. Not necessarily for us specifically, but we may touch on that. Who knows? We'll see what the vibe feels like. But just for kind of crypto and AI in general, we're going to kind of look back, have a bit of a nostalgic trip here, see all the things that happened, whether it was good, whether it was bad, whether it was ugly, whether it was the opposite of ugly. We're going to go over it here. But on that line of thinking, it got me, it pivoted my brain over to you guys and how grateful I have been personally that you guys have been helping support us. You guys have been helping us grow. It's been such a cool experience, and to be able to have your support to continue to get out here every single week has just been one of the greatest things to happen to me. So I've been chatting for a while. Kobe, how are
Hell
these
yeah,
thoughts
dude.
bouncing off you?
Well, I mean, for me, bro, like the year was crazy, honestly, kind of a lot of ups and downs. But yeah, just to like hammer your point home, the Web3 matters, like being the constant in this. I know I've mentioned it before, and like I won't stop kind of expressing like the gratitude for you guys, bringing me on way back in like late 2023, I think.
That is
Best
so
thing that's
crazy.
happened to me, and I know, dude, I know. Best thing that's happened to me in the space, just or in general, just in terms of like my internet life, I suppose. The personal brand journey. Yeah, that's been a great constant for me. Lots of ups and downs, and I feel like skill wise, um, I skilled up huge. 2025 was huge for me, and I'm not like
Massive
trying
year
to.
for Kobe.
Thank you. I'm not trying to like, pound my own chest, but sometimes you have to a little bit, right? Like pat yourself on the back and acknowledge that um when you level up, look in the mirror and be like, bro, nobody else did that for you. It was
100%.
100% you. So, yeah, and Web3 Matters played a huge role in that. There was a lot of times where we've and I need to respond to Quantic's message in the team chat about this, but there's been times where we kind of were but all three of us were really busy and scrambling for a topic, and a lot of the times, and at least for me, I had to, okay, now I have something I need to do in order to showcase, right? So,
Mhm.
gosh, what was it that one time we did? I can't remember what it was for, but I ended up spinning up like a dashboard, like a little website for the data that we were talking about. Oh, gaming. It was like gaming data.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that forced me to like spin something up. And I think I learned a couple things while I was doing that in like the 2 hours of 1 hour it took me. And so having this weekly anchor has helped me so much. And I can't wait to dive into kind of the other things outside of Web3 Matters that happened this year. I know that Trav and I spent a few minutes talking before, and I know there's some pretty cool stuff, some cool, some not so cool stuff that happened this year that I totally forgot about, like Trump
Yes.
meme coin, ETFs. It felt like I didn't think that actually happened in 2024, but it did. It feels like it was 2023. So yeah, the year went by super fast. All time high for Bitcoin, and the hangover that came with it.
Mhm.
No alt season really ever happened. James Wynn, all that stuff, and I won't spill the beans too much. I know that we've got a little bit of a list here to go through. So, what do you think, Trav?
Heck yeah, man. No, it's like that's been the cool thing. Even just from doing our prep for our show today, it was really fun going through all those headlines and being like, "Holy crap!" As if that was less than a year ago, or as if that's already been a year since that's happened.
Yes.
And like, I think what's important about doing this is it's a way to kind of, like you mentioned earlier with Web3 Matters every single week. Doing something like this is important to kind of ground yourself. It is
Hmm.
important to kind of learn from the mistakes of the past, obviously, so we don't make them again in the future. But it's also helpful to kind of just reflect on how far not only we as individuals have come, but we as a community, as a culture, as the crypto ecosystem, like how far we've come as
Yeah.
well here. And like I was very surprised by the massive milestones that we've made this year or back in 2025 already here. So yeah, and not only that, but we're gonna chat about some AI, um, some big things that happen in AI. And like we were talking about earlier, it is crazy how far AI has come in 1 year. Like nuts. And what the,
Insane.
the thing
Insane.
that blows my mind the most is that when you actually look at the growth, like from velocity standpoint or from A to B or like a timeline standpoint, like how much more it was last year compared to the year before, which was also absolutely nuts, is terrifying and fascinating at the same time. Like legitimately
It's
a curve
crazy.
that is just accelerating. It's like a hockey stick.
Seriously.
Canada
Like,
represent.
dude, Moore's Law. Like, we're literally seeing, Moore's Law, which is something I'm sure we all learned about that, like, and 5, 10 years ago. The example historically is like the invention of the semiconductor, right? When the
Mhm.
semiconductor got created, then that allowed like all this technology and electronics to grow rapidly. And so I don't know. I compare like language models to the semiconductor in like the tech world, right? So we don't even think about the semiconductor, but like without that, the computers just from a basic person, non-crypto, non-web3, non-AI person is using these things that were made possible by that invention, and they have no idea. We're going to see the same thing with AI, right? We're going to start to see AI being abstracted away from things where people are using it, don't necessarily realize they're using it, and
Mhm.
we're seeing this.
Yeah.
We're seeing the same thing happen in crypto, dude. Right? So
Mhm.
like people are. Polymarket is a great example. Like
Yeah.
that's all on chain. It's on Polygon, but if your average sports bettor wants to go there, he doesn't have to learn how to use blockchain, right? So we're going to see one example. I'm not even going to really show it, but I'm trying to build a voice agent for myself. Is how it started to
Mm.
do like uh, to-do lists, right? Where you talk to this voice agent while you're on your way to work or whatever, while before you kind of like lock in for the day, and then it is going to produce some to-do list that looks nice for you. And as I'm like thinking about branding it, like I'm not going to call it an AI voice agent. That would be the worst idea ever.
Hmm.
Like I'm going to call it something like talk through it or something like that, or talk through, or I don't know. I know I'm on a side tangent here, but like, yes, it's scary good. It's scary fast, and things have gotten scary good. Like, dude, we were still using GPT 4.0 in August,
You
right?
know what's so funny
Like,
about that is it's still such like an advanced piece of technology, but we're talking about it right now like it's in like antique relic.
right, right, right,
Using
right.
ChatGPT 4.0. Like,
Oh, I know, dude.
so crazy.
And then the sycophancy stuff, like, shoot, I didn't even put that on my list, but like the AI psychosis wave where people were kind of like falling in love, or AI girlfriends were like not even just a meme, but
Yeah.
like a real thing for a little
Yeah.
while. And yeah, that's crazy. So I
Didn't
guess,
somebody marry their AI girlfriend? Wasn't that a thing? I feel
I
like,
I think so, or like, yes, I think there was. I do know that even mainstream media was covering this.
oh my
And
goodness.
so I'm honestly glad it got weird for a little
Yeah.
bit because it's center of a gravity type of thing, right? It's like
Mhm.
a natural kind of like resolution back to a sane middle ground. Sometimes you have to push the limits a little bit to know what's weird.
That is true. That is
So,
true. No, I
but
love it,
yeah, it's
man.
been insane.
Perfect. No, it's been a hell of a year, and we're about to dive into it here. But before we do, yeah, just want to thank you guys all once more for being here today. My name is Trav. We've got Kobe here. Together we're Web3 Matters. Quantic is cooking. And boy, when that guy cooks, he cooks. So he'll be back with
Hmm.
us next week, and I'm actually really excited for our topic next week here. But I won't
Yeah.
spill any info on that quite yet, except for the fact that I have allocated a substantial amount of my portfolio to make this stream happen. Well, not to make the stream happen, but to utilize based on what we talk about in this stream, if that makes
Hell
sense.
yeah.
Take it home. Okay,
I'm
perfect.
stoked too,
So
dude. I'm gonna do the same thing, by the way. I'm also gonna do that. I've got some
I
money on
love it.
chain right now, so yeah,
Perfect.
I'll do the same. We'll do it together.
So not only will we learn, but we're going to put our money where our mouth is and actually follow up on the things that we talk about and see how that goes.
Hmm.
FAFO.
Hell
I love that.
yeah.
I'm
Bafo.
using it
That's
all the
right, baby.
time. Awesome, man. Well, let's start going through some headlines here. So,
Yeah.
we did so maybe this is a cool thing to talk about here real quick is how we kind of came about finding these topics that we're going to talk about today. So maybe I feel like we probably both went about it in a similar way here, but I'll share mine first here. So first of all, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention here, but that's all Elon has been posting about these days is how awesome Grok is. And you know what? It's been pretty awesome. It's been pretty awesome. All I did is I entered in a prompt. Oop, hold up. Let me actually pull up my
So he
window here.
has. I haven't even been paying attention. He's been like touting the Grok improvements,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah. So Grok improvements. Apparently Grok saved somebody's life the other day. This
What?
person put up or uploaded their MRI scans to Grok, and it actually was able to diagnose a early stage appendicitis that the radiologist had actually missed. So even with an
Crazy.
MRI, which is the most detailed type of scan you could possibly get, the fact that
Whoa.
it the human error played such a role in all of this, and that AI was actually able to diagnose it itself to the point where they actually show a picture of him in the hospital after his procedure with all these trains hanging out of him and stuff like that here. But yeah, who knows what the outcome would have been.
Dude.
I mean, I'm sure if it got bad enough, they would have figured it out, but it kept him from
Yeah, but
having to get
sometimes
to
it gets
that
too
point.
late, dude.
Yeah, very, very quickly,
Like
especially if they
I
could
I had a
rupture.
similar. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, I'm done. It's all you.
I was gonna say my grandma had surgery. I don't know, a few months ago. Like, remember, I was doing streams from her house there for like two
Yeah.
weeks, and I don't want to say that me plus AI saved her life, but like me consulting and giving AI all the paperwork and all the symptoms and everything, basically all the context. And I created like a project inside ChatGPT. Like, AI gave me the confidence to push the doctors to stop waiting and send her down to the bigger hospital to get surgery. And the surgeon there said, yeah, if they would have waited another 12 to 24 hours, then this could have, gone from, she could have got septic.
Unreal.
And so, yeah, dude, it's crazy. When are we going to just replace doctors? Because like right now, it's like you're hearing these stories. It's like, dude, AI is better than doctors sometimes. But obviously, there's a lot of nuance to that conversation, which
Ton
is
of
could be a
nuance.
whole stream in itself.
Mhm,
So I'll stop there. But yes,
mhm.
dude, Grok set us up with some fire topics, which Trav already had some ideas in his head, but it was able to connect the things that from his memory to maybe some tweets or articles or things like that to actually reference, visualize, and maybe even we'll pull some of those up and like share screen or something like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, let me just share the prompt here that I put into Grok. It was, what were the top 10 formative events in crypto in 2025? And it actually listed off some incredible ones. Yeah, probably in my opinion, probably the most formative ones that happened. But my first prompt, it was only really macroeconomic type events, which absolutely is fair. But for the sake of entertainment, I wanted to get a little bit more degen. So then I followed that up by saying amazing, thank you. And I always thank AI just because in case they rise up, I want to survive. I want to be on their in the good graces here.
Amen.
And how about the top 10 degen events that were discussed amongst crypto native communities or groups? Also, shout out to you there, Kobe, for helping me out with that prompt here. And we got some really fun ones. So we're just gonna jump right into it and we'll get started here. So actually, what's interesting is uh so okay, whatever. I'm gonna still go with it, but the ones that the posts that it shared were the ones from the initial ones, so the macroeconomic events here. And the first one is establishment of the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve in March of 2025. Um, so maybe not as entertaining as the
With,
degen ones. Maybe I'll
I mean,
drop the
still
first.
huge though, dude.
Still
Still
massive,
huge, but also it's like it's kind of the same hangover effect, I guess, a little bit of like ETFs, right? Which also happened last year.
yes,
Um, the y- remember the old memes back in the day? There was like, oh, win ETF. Like I'm talking way before it was even a real
yes,
conversation. Like that
yep,
was gonna like save us or something, and then it didn't. It's like it was baked into the price already, didn't really do anything. And maybe it did. This is all like subjective, right? Like Bitcoin did hit an all-time high. And the government's been seizing Bitcoin for years now from criminals, right? So like, why wouldn't they be putting it in a reserve and using it as like a financial instrument, as Michael Saylor would advise, right? Don't sell it, borrow against it.
right, 100%. Okay, and I'm
North
actually just
Korea.
realizing Grok has kind of messed this one up here. So the post that it shared was North Korea establishes the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And back in
Okay.
March 17th, 2025, that they held over $1 billion in Bitcoin. So a little off topic, but also quite on topic. I mean, the fact that even North Korea is allegedly, you know, focusing on accumulating Bitcoin and creating their own reserve. Very, very interesting. I mean, definitely shows the potential of Bitcoin, that's for sure, and the kind of that mass acceptance of it being the future.
So did they get all that Bitcoin from like state sponsored, state sanctioned cyber attacks from
Probably.
Korea to North Korea to like United States healthcare companies, or what?
So the first comment here is hilarious, but they don't buying a single Bitcoin, they hacking their strategic reserve.
I told you.
Yeah. They converted their
They can.
stolen ETH to BTC. Smart move. Apparently, actually, let's just pull this one up.
Yes.
Grok, is
Grok, is
that
this
true?
true? Did it respond?
Oh,
Yeah, it
here we
did.
go. Research shows North Korea likely holds over $1 billion in Bitcoin, possibly from converting stolen ETH from the Bybit hack, which is another
Oh
one of the top
yeah.
10 formative events. It was $1.5 billion in this Bybit hack. The smart move helps them evade sanctions, acting as a de facto reserve, though not officially declared controversial as it's tied to cybercrime, not policy.
Not policy.
Very,
Insane the
very,
world we live in, dude. Crazy.
absolutely awesome. Well, hey,
So we
that was
do
a
have one. The States does have one, by the way. I confirmed.
okay.
Um, does Canada have one?
Great question.
I'll,
Let's
I'll ask. I'll look it up. I'm already in the chat here. What
you're already in
about
it.
Canada?
Perfect.
I'm
Let's see
using
what I
Gemini right now.
oh
I
nice.
I've been I all these AI browsers that came out in 2025. I'm not going down with that as a topic, but it was
Yeah.
crazy. All the different AI browsers, bro. I
Yes.
tried almost every single one, and I come back to Chrome. Now they have the Gemini built in, so it's like I don't need to
Really,
ever
hey?
try a new one. Yeah,
And that's for like day-to-day use as well as the vibe coding use as well.
just day to day, just normal browsing. Yep,
Ah,
just
okay.
normal browsing. I
Gotcha,
don't
man.
even use a browser. Like Cursor has a built-in browser, and then I'm just doing everything in the terminal with like Claude Code. So sometimes I'm not even looking at the UI.
Gotcha. I love
Canada
it.
does not have a national strategic reserve.
All right. I don't even know
Get
who
it
our prime
together,
minister is
Canada.
right now, but get your shit together. You're
It's not the one guy, dude. It's not the infamous or
Trudeau.
no, I'm thinking about the yeah, it's not Trudeau. He got in
I
trouble.
not anymore. No, we had an election. Let me double check here.
Oh. Pierre
Was
Poilievre, is that
Oh yeah.
no?
Oh wait, no, Mark Carney.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Shout
I'm
out.
a terrible citizen. I don't know anything about anything. So, oh, he's the leader of the Liberal Party. Okay, and member of Parliament. Look at that.
Okay, dude.
I'm
Heck
into it.
yeah.
I
Well,
won't
maybe
dox my
he'll
political beliefs, but go Liberals.
yeah. Dude, I'm so in
Awesome,
the
man.
middle. It's crazy. 2025 literally took me away from either party. I was probably
Mm,
aligned with both left and right at different times throughout the year,
mhm.
and it's just showed me that neither of them are really on my team.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's true, and same with Canada as well. I just want
yeah,
freaking Kings to run the show here for once. That'd be
serious,
lovely, and I would
seriously.
think not too much to ask, but it is what it is. But
Apparently, it
I was
is.
wondering, Kobe, do you want to go back and forth? You can drop a headline, I'll drop a headline.
Yeah, sure, sure. You want to stay with crypto, or should we just jump all around?
Jump all around. Let's do it. Let's keep it
Okay,
interesting.
cool. Well, like this isn't kind of like high level, not kind of like one there whether it wasn't like one defining moment, but vibe coding, I would say, AI assisted coding
Mm,
is like mainstream now. Basically shipping apps or products or whatever it might be, whether it's personal or for other people, uh, got democratized. Probably the best way to put it.
yeah.
You can go with like idea to prototype in hours now instead of weeks, and you can spend anywhere between $5 to $150 or more to do that versus spending thousands on a developer. Um, and so now it's more about like knowing what to build instead of how to build it.
Mm,
Um, and yeah, the skill set is basically gone from writing code to directing, kind of being this like conductor or a systems designer more than anything. I would, I'll keep talking about this forever. I'm going to be the old man still saying this. Well, back in my day, I was copying code blocks from ChatGPT into VS Code, but dude, that literally changed this year. Like literally at the beginning of the year, I was still doing that, and now it's completely agentic. It's just insane. I even have like one of the admin girls here at work. She's a designer, and she like heard that I was into AI, and um, I'm trying to like encourage her to like try to maybe start building some like design tools for herself. So,
that's wild.
and
That's
she's a
incredible.
mom, right? Like she's like a 30 something year old mom, and
So very
so it really is
preoccupied.
getting democratized for sure. So that's crazy. And I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of all the different tools, but
Mm,
Cursor got big, Claude Code and Cursor probably stole the show. There's another one that just got acquired by Meta or Facebook called Manus. That was a really big one as well. But yeah, dude, it went from kind of this niche little thing to seriously main character. Like um, RIP to like junior devs for sure.
mm. No kidding. And it's just
So
so cool that, you know, the barrier to entry is almost non-existent for most people
hmm
now. Like,
yeah.
so I remember back in the day, which is like maybe a year and a half ago now, you'd come up with these amazing ideas, but they would stop there because in order to actually make these things work, you'd need to hire a dev team. You need to know a developer. You need to have to learn how to
Yep.
code, which to be able to get to the level that you would need to could take years. And
hmm
now all that is gone. You literally just need
Yeah.
an idea and then you could figure it out just by having a conversation with the chatbot, which is
The
wild.
idea guy. That's what Sam Altman said. The this is the era of the idea guy. So the better your ideas, the better bigger the splash you can make. And even just from like the last big idea that you and I
Mhm.
had, or that you had, that we kind of workshopped, like that was what, late fall, like early fall, I
Yeah.
think. And even since then, like every couple weeks, my confidence of building something that ambitious goes up. Um, it- it's insane. It's insane. And so, like, definitely something that is more than possible now, and for anybody, dude, for anybody.
Freaking wild. And speaking about
Mm.
Sam Altman, I seem to remember a headline you spoke about where there was some beef between Altman and Elon.
Yes, dude. Yes. Let me see if I can find the kind of notes I took. Um, yeah. So, so they've been going back and forth, and so for anybody who doesn't know, like the history of these two guys' relationship, they started OpenAI together. Like Elon and was part of the core was founding team along with Sam Altman, Ilya Sketskevich or something like that, and then
Mhm.
a few other guys as well. Andre Karpathy, which coined the term vibe coding. Um, they all started it together and were building these AIs to play Dota for them, which is how it all started, Dota 2 or whatever. And they've been going back and forth big time. So I would say, you know, it's a trust thing, I think. Who do you trust if either of them?
Mhm.
Sam Altman basically stole I think the direct quote is, "You stole an open source project." Like OpenAI was called OpenAI because it was originally open source and it was for the betterment of humanity. And then just some crazy stuff happened. Yeah, they went back and forth for quite a while. Maybe I can even find some of the actual tweets.
That would be
Let's
fun.
see.
That is crazy. Okay. I just connected those dots now that OpenAI was called OpenAI because it was open source. So that makes a ton of
Right.
sense. Very, very cool. Yeah, maybe while you're doing that, I'll chat about I was actually able to pull up the posts for the DGen topics here. And the number one DGen topic is, hold up. Any guesses?
What?
Any guesses as to what the number one DGen headline was from 2025?
Pump fun.
Close. Trump meme coin launch.
Trump coin, of course, dude.
Hmm. The president of
A
the
total
United States.
rug.
Oh, total rug. And actually, I just saw a post today. Hey, let me pull this one up here first. Let's see here.
Insane.
Actually, no, okay, yeah, I saw a post. Apparently, actually, I'll actually pull up the post because the post itself was
Yeah,
very
what
interesting.
yeah, pull it up and I'll kind of set the stage a little bit. So for those who don't know, and if you're watching the stream, I guarantee you know that Trump launched a meme coin, I believe in, I don't know, man. It was probably early in 2025, March or April might have been. And it pumped and then dumped and has continuously
January
dumped since then.
21st, I
Oh, so we're
believe.
coming up on almost a full year of Trump coin being
Yep.
live. Um, Melania launched a coin as well. That took
That's
on
number
a
two.
bunch of, yeah, number two. That took on a bunch of flack. That got a bunch of flack. The same guy that was involved in Melania was also involved in the Venezuela stuff. Um, Hayden was his name. He even went on like Barstool show. Yeah, crazy, dude, crazy. Like, what are
Oh,
you doing? Why would a president need to do this?
well, the guy's does anything for money, I believe, and ah,
I guess, dude. I guess
the
I just don't
greed
know
drive.
who's approving that. Who's letting? I don't know. I just think that's insane, dude.
It's
And
insane.
there was
It's
a
absolutely
small part
insane.
of the year where I was like, yeah, dude, I kind of actually like Trump. This was when he was running, like during the election,
Yeah.
when he got shot at. And of
Oh, right.
course, like, talk about a psyop, because that's what got me to like him for like a month. You know,
Yeah,
I got psyoped into liking this guy, and I used to like. Anyways,
that is
what's this tweet
crazy.
you got pulled up here?
All right. So first of all, shout out to Juicy. He's a huge Solana advocate. Just has dropped so much alpha. Just really hammer this in. I feel like I know Juicy used to do a ton of threads on airdrops back in airdrop season, and I actually made a ton of like my not only me personally but my portfolio appreciates you, Juicy, for all the alpha that you constantly drop here. So
There was some
about
solid airdrops at the beginning of the last
oh
year.
man, so much fun,
Yeah.
so much fun.
Hmm.
So here, Trump, the official meme coin of the president of the U.S., 80% of the supply is owned by the team, down
God.
94% in 1 year. The team withdrew $94 million from the liquidity pool, and 20 million was sent to an exchange in April. Many reports
Wow.
say that 58 large non-team wallets made 1.1 plus billion in trading profits, while hundreds of thousands of retail holders lost money overall. And yes, this was the biggest meme coin in crypto history. So the all-time high
Wow.
market cap, Kobe, $8.4 billion. Now it's under 1 billion, and the launch was 20% of the total supply was to the public and 80% of the supply to the team, apparently with the 3-year vesting. And realized profits is only 350 to 450 million dollars.
So do you think that's their realized profits?
It's my guess. Actually, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how to interpret that one here.
Right.
But
Because he
yeah,
also said that they in the bullet points at the top,
yeah,
oh, the liquidity pool is what
yeah.
happened. Okay, they took money out of the liquidity pool,
Out
which
of the
is,
liquidity pool.
did they think that that was like a slick way to take funds instead of selling? Like, uh,
Who the crap knows? I can't even
I
begin to
just want to know
speculate.
why. I just want
Yeah.
to know why. And I, again, just like you said, dude, I don't really know if I could even begin to speculate. But
Hmm.
when that happened, first of all, I watched it happen in front of my eyes, and I totally had funds on chain and could have taken a stab at it. And in theory, I would have made like a good amount. And if I would have sold, I was in front of the charts. It was I think it was on a weekend, like a Saturday or a Sunday, and but just had a really bad vibe about it, which I even have a worse vibe about it now. Seeing those numbers,
Hmm.
insane. I know a ton of people got wrecked. Um, if you didn't like the guy already and then you got wrecked, you know you don't like him even more.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. The biggest meme coin in history, though, past Doge and kind of the
Right.
OG, like,
So what's crazy to think about back then is like, oh, this is right around when people were really, pushing that for the BTF or Bitcoin ETF approval. And
yes,
so the fact that Trump was pro Bitcoin and pro crypto and actually participating in crypto was just so bullish for pretty much every single crypto holder, myself included as well.
yeah,
You know,
same.
this was like when it initially dropped, like this is huge exposure for Bitcoin and a massive catalyst for mass adoption.
Hmm.
However, in hindsight, the fact that the biggest meme coin in history became a rug, I feel like the opposite optics were accomplished.
Yeah,
Like
yep,
this is crypto. The big message to the masses now is that crypto is a tool, is a medium for corruption and to
yeah.
steal the public's like liquidity, which is awful.
That's
But
actually
regardless,
really well said. That's really really, really well said. Holy shit! Because that's,
s-
did you take that out of my brain, bro? Like, I don't think I could have put it that beautifully, but that's exactly what happened. The opposite optics
mhm,
were accomplished, and people that really hadn't heard of anything besides Bitcoin
yeah,
probably heard about that, and now they think what you said, right? This is kind of a vehicle for corruption or fraud, or just insert negative word there.
mhm. Now the question remains, though, was that their intent all along to tarnish crypto, or was
Oh,
it just
wow.
to make money, and that this just was a crappy side effect of that? I don't know.
I think that if I had to have an opinion, that's what it would be. I think is that
But
it was
yeah,
purely extraction, um, and side effect was the fallout of kind of that,
yeah. That is the
spread.
one that I hope, because to me that means that um, you know, either scenario sucks. Let's just get that straight here. But like the second scenario hopefully means that they don't have some sort of like behind the scenes mission to absolutely trash crypto. Um,
And I don't think they do because,
mm.
they did launch that D5 protocol or whatever you even want to call it on Ethereum, World Liberty Finance, which I don't
Oh,
know a
okay.
ton about, but like I don't know what it really is, to be honest.
Mhm.
And I don't even know if it's fully launched or what, or if it's like open to anybody to use. But yeah, they were, and like when the price first started dumping, like I remember sitting in a space with the God, the NFT community, which still is kicking to this day with all the like pixel dogs.
Oh,
Um,
yes, that bark.
yeah, Bark. Yeah, the Bark community. They were super
Yeah.
bullish on it right away. And then they actually were finding some things on chain where these connect wallets that were like connected to the team were selling and then funneling funds into World Liberty Finance wallets. So
Wild.
if they really wanted to tarnish the reputation of crypto, I don't think they would have also launched World Liberty,
Mm.
probably.
Okay. Well, hopefully one day we'll find out here. But yeah.
Seriously,
Hey,
bro, there's got to be like an expose documentary in 10 years that comes out about this, bro. Like,
right. And at
it's,
the very
yeah.
least, my wife and I, we have a thing called the death list, where our hope, our biggest hope in ever is that when we die, instead of going to the pearly gates, we get to sit down in front of a TV and watch, get all of the answers to all of the questions that we've ever had in our entire life.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I
That
like
one's for the
that. I
death
like
list.
that. Yeah. Seriously. I'll know
Awesome.
maybe someday.
Exactly. That'd be cool. But anyways, man, did you find the Sam Altman Elon post by chance?
Yes, I found a couple of them. Yeah. Let me share my screen
Do
here.
it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So these are a couple of them, but this was, gosh, I think in August. So yeah, remarkable claim. So Elon tweeted about Apple. This is when Grok was kind of like being, that Elon claimed Grok was being pushed down on the App Store, like deprioritized over OpenAI or over ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And so he was complaining about it, and then Sam Altman kind of had a like a checkmate because there is rumors. So he says this is a remarkable claim, given what I have heard allege that Elon does to manipulate X to benefit himself and his own companies and harm his competitors and people he doesn't like. Which, at least the part of him boosting his own reach, that was claims that I heard out, like even from non-adversaries of Elon.
Mm.
um, and then Elon goes, "You got 3 million views on your BS post, you liar. Far more than I've received on many of mine, despite me having 50 times your follower count." And then Sam Altman, yeah, will you sign an affidavit that you never directed changes to X? I don't think he responded to that. And then here's just Grok saying, based on verified evidence, Sam Altman is right, which is hilarious because Grok is Elon's creation. Sam Altman is right. Musk's Apple antitrust claim is undetermined. Um, and then
That's
down here, evidence shows
hilarious.
Elon has indeed tweaked X algorithm to boost his own reach. So
Wow.
uh, this is kind of just one uh, episode, if you will, in the Elon versus Sam Altman saga. There's tons of them out here. Okay, that's the same one, but yeah, you could go on forever. Um, oh, interesting. Um, so yeah, dude, crazy, and uh, I don't know. Again, one of those things that one of those things we'll see in the future and learn more about. Um,
Yes.
Sam Altman is definitely not who we think he is, in my opinion. One of the OpenAI researchers self deleted, allegedly, and there is claims and about that was actually Sam Altman and his team, because this guy was basically starting to blow the whistle that OpenAI was training on copywritten data, which now is proven that all the AI companies have trained on copywritten data. So,
Very interesting. Is this a Roadhouse AI edit? This is amazing.
uh, it is that the movie? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it is. I remember
Yeah.
seeing one of the Matrix of them too. They
That's
got
incredible.
the
I'm loving this.
Cybertruck in the background.
That is freaking hilarious. I'm a huge fan of this. Oh my goodness, AI for the win. This is phenomenal. Okay,
Okay.
I can get lost in this, but yeah, no, bravo, sir.
So yeah, I don't know who won that one. I would probably say Sam Altman won that fight. If 2025 was one fight and each of those were rounds, I think Altman might have won.
Hmm.
I still don't trust either of them though.
No, that is for sure.
So
Trust
what
has
do we
not
got
yet been
next? What do
earned.
we got next here?
Perfect. So for DGen topics, next one is the Fartcoin AI mania. So
Oh yeah, dude. Truth
let
Terminal.
let's pull up a post. Actually, it's a post by Fartcoin. Here we go. Let me pull up the screen share here. So what's crazy about this one is that this it took the creation of Fartcoin for my Web2 normie friends to reach out and be like, "Yo, I hear you're in crypto. I just bought Fartcoin. I want to know all things about crypto now," which is crazy. Like, I don't know. I think that's just
You
really
wait, you're
funny to
getting
me.
hit up by your normie friends about, or you were about Farcoin?
Yeah, yeah. Like a
Yeah.
friend who I have who knew nothing about crypto, like fell into the hype about Fartcoin and actually got a wallet, put liquidity on chain, and bought himself some Fartcoin, which is
It doesn't
hilarious.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I've kind of always been a hater on memes,
Hmm.
but Farcoin has it checked every box in terms of memeability,
Hmm.
and the point was proven by the text from your normie friends.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. So I'm not quite sure what. So Grok sent this post our way, and he says you were right there. Fartcoin was on your screen, on your feed, in your group chat, in your dreams. You can bookmark the chart, but you couldn't click buy. You bought some AI times GameFi times real world asset times meme coin fusion garbage instead. You chased a pre-sale on a website with 6 typos and a telegram that hadn't been online since TGE. You deserve what's coming. Meanwhile,
Wow.
Fartcoin didn't beg, it didn't promise it existed. Honest, pure, flatulent.
Oh,
You
that's
had
great. That's gold.
April, you had early May. Hell, now it's still under 100 billion, and you're scratching your head wondering if it's too late. Brother, it's already too late for you. You never wanted generational wealth. You wanted adrenaline. You wanted endorphins. You wanted the 17-minute pump, and the bot sold high story for Discord. Oh my goodness, this is insane. I'll finish it off because I'm almost done here. You
You
want to be
might
the
as
main
well.
character, but you're an NPC, farting around on Solana asking dev when in rugs with 4 holders and 0 volume. Meanwhile, the real one's held through the early dumps, through the mockery, through the disbelief. We embraced the stink. Now you're mad at us. We made it. Mad we kept posting. Mad we didn't let you forget. But be honest, you're not mad at us. You're mad that you're not one of us. Fry still in the bag, and we're still farting. Hilarious.
Hilarious. And it was created by Truth Terminal, right? So for if you are you aware, do you know about Truth Terminal?
No, tell me.
So Truth Terminal is an AI agent. Basically came up with it and popularized the idea of Fartcoin through its like conversational post. The actual token though was launched by a human, an anonymous creator named Array. Um, and he said he doesn't know who made the token, which is ironic.
Hmm.
But yeah, AI authored the meme. Humans deployed the token, and the internet did the rest, according to the Guardian. Um, so it was validated. The idea was validated by an AI. So,
Okay.
um, like I said, dude, it checks all the boxes, right? So if it studied how memes are like um, embraced by
Hmm.
people and like what makes a good meme, it definitely did its research for sure. Because, dude, it's not a bad word. It's not like a slur or a swear word. Everybody farts, you know. And then the classic meme from some of the fart coin bulls I remember um, saying was "hot air rises."
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would
That's
say
pretty cool.
that kind of helps counter at least for me, right? Like I don't think
Yeah.
memes are dead by any means, but especially if you compare it to the Trump stuff, like this is a nice balance for sure. Having Farcoin out
100%. No, for sure. I'm
there.
much more bullish on Fartcoin than I am Trump. That is for damn sure.
Amen. Yeah,
That is for
totally.
sure. Awesome. So, dude,
So
I just want to mention here, I am gonna have to wrap it up right around the hour mark here today.
cool.
So
That's
don't have a
fine with
whole lot
me.
of time. But do you each want to share one more headline and then we could wrap it up?
Well, this isn't really a headline, but it's a good transition, since talking about Farcoin,
Mhm.
AI, and then like how an AI created it. Um, Agents, right? Agents kind of became the main character. Chatbots were cute, right? They were cool. Obviously, we've all kind of experienced the chatbots of like 2022 and 2023 about how like I wouldn't even use them on websites because I knew how bad they were. But now the AI space and even in the crypto space, shout out to Danielle Sesta, which has like really created something cool with Hey Anon with their like on-chain AI agent. Um, it's no AI is no longer conversational only, and it can actually do things. And that
Mhm.
happened in 2025. And I'm even seeing it now at work, right? So I'm creating a ticketing system. I and the IT lead at the company that I work for, and creating a ticketing system by default. It has an AI agent built into it. Now you don't have to use it. Of course, you have to like build a knowledge base in order to use it, but by default, it's enabled. And so, kind of back to what we were saying at the beginning of the stream, like it's going from slow growth to now agents are going to be able to do almost everything. I'm building one, your mom's going to be able to build one, so on and so forth. So um,
Absolutely.
pretty crazy, and it covers coding, it covers day to day like personal kind of like knowledge worker stuff like emails and all this. Now you don't even need to have like some special tool. Gemini will do it for you if you have Gmail open inside of Chrome. So there's AI agents really became a thing, right? Tool
Yeah.
use is where the models really like stopped sounding smart and started doing
Mhm.
things basically. So I
Which
don't
is
know, man.
wild.
What do you think? Um,
I think it's the future. I think it's I mean, there's definitely pros and cons, but I feel like I don't know, I'm bullish on it, especially
yeah.
now that there are been or there's been protocols created to where it can actually
Hmm.
communicate and or participate with on-chain activities as well, which
Yes.
is wild. Like ERC 8004, I think maybe it was, and then there's another X something or other where it
Oh yeah,
actually
X402, which is like
that's what it is.
the
Yeah.
the payments basically
Hmm.
for AI agents on chain. That was created by Coinbase, and they had a bunch of investors, A16Z, bunch of people to kind of help build that protocol out.
Hmm.
So that's kind of one of those boring infrastructures that's going to allow AI agents to do more on chain. But yeah, you even before that, you had Hey Anon, which was built by the same dev from like WAGMI, which is a DEX. And yeah, you can just general not or natural language. Hey, bridge here, swap this, stake this, right? Three steps, and it would bridge, swap, and stake all without leaving you wouldn't even have to leave the chat. So that's sick to me.
That is
That's
really
so
cool.
cool.
That is really cool.
Um,
I'm already starting to imagine different applications for that. Like just
Dude, I want to build one. I want to build one. Honestly, like you could
yeah,
easily build one. It's just
like,
that's the last point I'll make on it, and then I'll kick it back to you. But it does raise some questions about security.
for sure.
Um, the the most straightforward like risk or vulnerability is prompt injection, which basically means if you prompt a certain way, you can kind of get an AI to do things that it's not supposed to based on the system
Mm,
prompt or its underlying rules. So
valid.
that's a risk. If I was able to hack into your AI and your AI is connected to your wallet, maybe I could prompt inject it to do X, Y, Z, send to me, some stuff like that. So there's some risk there, but we're really early. We're really really
Yes.
early. It's the same as crypto. We're still really really early, even though we did reach 125K or whatever the all-time high. We're still hella
Mm,
early. So same with AI. So yeah, I'll
very,
kick it
very
back to you
early.
for one final point.
Perfect. You know what? Maybe I'll just read off the next like the rest of them here, just to kind of cover some more ground. So
Yeah.
The other massive headlines were the whole Pump.Fun dominance, which brought
Hmm.
Solana to record highs with 200 and was it $56, I believe it was, which is
Oh,
absolutely
their
wild.
token. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know there was also a lot of contention around Pump.Fun as well, which is very interesting. I've been seeing more posts about that these days. So
Right. Well, of all the Solana they sold, pretty
yeah,
much.
Solana they sold things around the pump token and things like that. Just some shady stuff here that not a huge
Wouldn't
fan of,
surprise
but
me.
again, I haven't corroborated any of this here. This is all just my own personal opinion.
Right.
There was the Libra token crash, which I don't remember this one actually.
That was the Venezuela is not the right country. Libra was, oh gosh, let me look it
El
up here.
Salvador.
El Salvador. Oh no, nope, nope, nope. And the
Hold on.
just see. But yeah, that was the same kind of guy behind that as the same as Milani.
Argentina's.
Argentina. Yep,
There we go.
yep,
Pumped hard
yep.
then nuked. Hayden Davis insider drama plus crime
Hayden.
coin vibes. Degens extracted millions, became a case study in political rugs. It's kind of up there with the Trump coin saga, I guess.
It happened around the same time. Yeah, I mean, Trump launched, then Melania launched, and then the Venezuela or what country is it?
Argentina.
Argentina. Then the Argentina
Argentina's
team,
Malay.
yeah, that's their like prime minister or president or whatever.
Got you.
And then as soon as like shit
Yeah, I
hit the
do remember this
fan,
now.
they like separated themselves from this Hayden guy, and it got really ugly. And I think Hayden might still be like going through some legal issues over this. Would not surprise me if he ended up in prison.
100%. Also, we've got the InfoFi meta explosion, which like Kaido
Yep.
was a huge player, probably the main
Yep.
player. Kaido launched kickoff of InfoFi on-chain info tokens, peak yap / slops, Yapio, Laudio memes everywhere. Degens farmed attention tokens while CT drowned in KOL slop. Thank you
Seriously.
for that,
Seriously.
Grok. I love it.
Yeah.
We also had the Aiden Ross celebrity streamer coin chaos. Aiden buying MLG Live, Dave Portnoy scam coins, Iggy Azalea on Thrust platform. Actually, that one I'm pretty bullish about on Thrust. I actually interviewed one of the founders, and it's pretty legit. They do it very differently. Where
they definitely do, or at least they say they do for sure.
But the creators don't actually get any of the supply at all. They have to be active in order to basically get paid.
Yeah,
so
Neon, right?
Yeah, Neon. I think Jamie Foxx, not Jamie Foxx. Crap. Anyways, I don't even know. Anyways, yes. So they only get paid if they are active with their community. The more active they are with the community, the more they get paid, but not from the actual token itself. It's from fees
it's trading
generated.
Fees. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm all about. So
yeah.
The last
I don't know. I still never mind. I'll save my take for another day on that.
Yeah, we'll chat about this. I'm sure it'll be a good one here. So the last but not least is October 10 flash crash and mass liquidation, which of course was the biggest single moment liquidation event where 19 plus billion in liquidations happened in days. Wipes the leverage degens across perps and meme coins, which is nuts.
Ironically, that was only a day or two after the big bombing of Palestine from Israel. Just saying. There's been some like scams. Nobody's been able to fully connect the dots between some negative things and Israel, but yeah, I mean, it costs a lot of money to bomb somebody, so
sure it is.
I'll just let the mind wander there. Obviously, I'm not making any direct claims.
Exactly.
But
probably a good call.
Could have just been a coinkydink.
Could have been. Could have been. Maybe not though.
Could have been. I don't think coincidences really exist. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Great segue. How about you, man? Any kind of final burning topics you wanted to share before we wrap it up today?
No, not really. There was some more things I could have gotten into. You know, the models, the AI models got really, really good. Regulation became a kind of a thing. There was no alt season, which kind of was a bummer for most people. Um, the miners pivoting, a lot of Bitcoin miners pivoting to compute instead of mining Bitcoin. Um, but yeah, nothing really too crazy. Um, I was going to share an app that I'm building right now, but we talked about it last week, and it still needs some time to cook. So I'm sure I'll get an opportunity to show that to you guys as well. And then also, side note, I keep saying this, but you know, for those who like want to learn more about vibe coding, even vibe coding crypto apps, like definitely stay tapped into what we got going on here. And over the next month or two, you guys might have an opportunity um, to learn firsthand with me and the Web3 Matters team. So stay tuned for that. This is like the pre-announcement of an announcement type of thing, but
Hint,
we'll just
hint.
kind of leave it there on the edge of your seats.
Hey now. Awesome. Well, you sure you don't want to throw up the UI real quick here before we wrap it up, or
Yeah, dude. Sure, I'll throw it up. Why not? Why not?
do it?
It's on deck. So heck yeah. So this is a really, really simple application. Let me close this out. Called Weatherby, obviously work in progress. So it's literally just yes, no bets on weather. So for those who have known me for a while, I did have launched a prediction market in the past. This one is just for the temperature of a city. So basically, you know, will it be over under 27 degrees Fahrenheit or -3 Celsius in um, in New York at this date and time. So pretty sweet. Right now, it's on Flare's testnet, and
Okay.
so when I do launch it, I am going to launch it there. Um, it's not the largest ecosystem in the world, but you know we've got some connections there, and you know I'm not going to
Yes.
be like seeking a grant or anything. Um, but it's nice to know people on the chain
Heck yeah.
before kind of diving in. So yeah, you browse some markets, connect your wallet, place your bet, yes, no, pretty straightforward, only two options. And then you wait for settlement. So every 24 hours, there's no human intervention. So it's all automated. Um, and there is going to be also a way for you to vote. So there's only going to be 5 markets at a time. But if you want to suggest a market, you're going to be able to go in here into this form, fill that guy out. You can submit your idea, community will vote on it, maybe some type of governance situation, or not, just straight up voting. Me or an admin team will review it, hit yes, no, and then we'll test it out and roll it out. So pretty straightforward, man. I really like the UI though.
Yeah.
It's pretty. The only thing left really for the UI for now is to get this turn this into a proper logo, like text logo.
No,
Um,
that's really
so
cool,
yeah,
man. I already have a lot of questions I want to ask you, but like we said, maybe we'll hold this off until our
okay.
next stream here. But dude, I'm very impressed. This is
Thank
high
you.
level stuff that you're plopping together. Actually, you know what? One question here. So are you getting the weather data from like the weather network, or where are you getting that?
Yeah, so it's called Met Norway. It's just like an open, I don't know if it's open source, but it's just a weather like API.
Hmm.
Um, and so yeah, it settles directly from the API and then talks to my app at settlement time when the timer is up and gives you the observed temp in tenths of a degree, and then it triggers a settlement or a resolution, I think is the right word. So the original idea was to use Flare's data connector, which that's still the long-term vision. Um, right now, you just have to go through a governance process in order to get a certain API approved to be validated by the validator. So that would mean that if my API was reporting 69 degrees, then I would submit that to the FDC, and then all the validators would also scan the API and then vote to let that validate. And then the market would actually be settled by the result of their FDC, the result of all the validators, not just my single API call. So be like extra layer of security and
I
validation.
love that. No, that's
Yeah.
perfect. I'm definitely into that. huge advocate for layers of safety. That is
Yes,
what I'm talking about.
absolutely. And other chains don't really have that. So that is one of the things that makes Flare cool. And probably, even if I didn't know anybody in that ecosystem, I would probably also be intrigued to launch it there because they are kind of building this, Oracle Flare data connector ecosystem of good data.
100%. And you guys will see maybe next week, hint, hint, that Flare's cooking for multiple reasons. And we'll just leave it at
Yes,
that.
they are.
Awesome, man. Well, this has been a fun stream. I'm very happy we decided to jump on today. We covered a lot of ground. We spoke about some of the most wild headlines in 2025, both in crypto and in AI. We laughed, we cried, we had a blast.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Any kind of final words before we wrap it up here today?
No, I would suggest everybody to not set any New Year's resolutions. Just keep trucking away at the goals. Don't be afraid to cut people off and to cut things out of your life that don't serve you, whether that's maybe a crypto community that really hasn't done anything but distract you. Maybe it's your Telegram notifications. Maybe you don't need them on, you know, some things like that. So just, yeah, lock in and
That's
keep
right.
it
We're talking to you
simple.
about that one. I
That's
know.
right. Talking to
You
you.
know.
Don't get distracted this year. Um, but keep it simple and find your North Star. Don't just build for the sake of building. Figure out what your North Star is and take small steps every day to get there. That's my two
Love that,
cents.
man. Love that. No, for sure. I'll end off on a similar note here. The barrier to entry these days is getting lower and lower, and we're still early. So now truly is the time to get going, to
Oh yeah.
start building, to start working on yourself.
Hmm.
Because as soon as true mass adoption happens, especially not even just in crypto, but in development, AI, vibe coding, all of that as well here, it's going to be a lot harder to stand out. So yeah, but also, to kind of end it off on a different note here as well here, just kind of to bring it back to one of the first things we were talking about today. It's our appreciation for you guys. Maybe just a little bit about Web3 matters here. Our mission over the next couple of weeks, actually, we're going to be really sitting down and looking at our own personal ups and downs over the last year and really get focused for 2026 on figure out exactly how the better ways that we can deliver our mission, which is to bring all the value possible to you guys. So definitely stay tuned for some updates on that. 2025 has been a hell of a year for us. I feel like we've been able to really up our game in terms of alpha delivered and quality of communication here. So couldn't be more bullish for 2026. So yeah,
Amen.
with that, Kobe, appreciate your time today, my friend. Thanks to all of you guys for joining us today. Been an awesome stream here. Yeah, let us know what your New Year's goals are. I'm not going to use the word resolution. Kobe, I know how you feel about that. So we won't go there. So
Or
awesome.
if you set them, that's fine. Let us know those too.
Do you. Do you. Awesome,
Yes. Do
guys.
you, boo boo?
Do- Fafo?
Fafo.
Fafo. There it is. There it is. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. My name is Trav. This is Kobe. We are Web3 Matters, and we will see you guys next Friday. Take care.